Yes, they were.
And did they get anything in the back parking lot? Or?
They did indicate on a vehicle in the back parking lot. It's somewhat of an abandoned vehicle. We did get a search warrant to search that vehicle, and we did not find anything in that vehicle. Yes?
Was the baby alone in the apartment when you found?
The baby was with one of the people that we arrested, Brooke Lynn Cruz.
So that person was taking care of the baby at that time?
Yes.
There's no abuse evidence?
No, not that I'm aware of. Yes, ma'am.
Just for clarification, that cadaver dog, did it hit on the car in that, by the brownish house in the alley that had a tarp over it?
You know, I wasn't out there, so I couldn't tell you which car it hit on, but whatever car it hit on, we got a search warrant for it, and we thoroughly searched that car.
And did you guys tow that car away or search it at the location?
I'm not aware that we towed it away.
Some of the people, Chief said yesterday that you guys had the warrant, obviously, so you knew you were going to go in, but they said that there was a baby crying. Is that what
No,
prompted it?
that's a false misnomer that's out there. That is not the case. Yeah. Right now, the Child Protective Services has the official custody, but the child's at the hospital.
Did she eventually get released to the family?
Well, that'll be determined by that agency.
How was it determined that the baby was likely her baby?
Through the interviews. Yes. The interviews were cooperative up to that point.
This might just be a matter of the people, the family members said that the infant or baby was 2 days old. And I don't know, if that was correct, incorrect. She disappeared Saturday. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, I don't know how you determine that. We just would refer to it as a newborn baby girl. Yes, ma'am.
Was there a tracking dog or a cadaver dog used in the search?
We did use canines in an attempt to track Savanna early in this investigation. So that would have been early this week. The cadaver dogs were used yesterday. Yes, sir.
Can you tell me, are there any other suspects?
No, they're not. We think we have the right people.
The cadaver dogs are used right in the neighborhood there. We saw them, but they didn't go outside the area down by the river.
Not that I'm aware of, Don. I don't know if they've been used on the river or not.
Is there a chance she's not in this area?
Is there a chance that Savannah's not in this area? There is a chance, yes. We're exploring every option, chasing down every lead.
There's cooperation lots of times between the public. We were going back thinking like Bruce Shadeen with volunteers turned out hundreds and that. There's supposed, the family said there's people coming from the reservation later today and that sort of thing. Are you working in tandem with them?
We will, as much as information that we have. Right now we're asking for people to check, those property areas. We're asking them to check dumpsters, but we do not have a specific direction to point people in right now. Yes?
What kind of evidence was found in the car?
What kind of evidence was found in the car? That's not something I'm willing to release right now.
Can you explain the Grand Forks connection from the other day? Did that yield anything useful?
Joe, would you be able to explain some of that?
Right. So the Grand Forks connection, as I mentioned before, we have identified everyone we believe that is involved in this incident. Those individuals provided us statements, their alibis, so as a matter of doing our due diligence, we followed up. We understand that one of those individuals may have had some travels to Grand Forks, so we asked Grand Forks Police Department to assist us. We provided them with photos of the individuals that we knew were mentioned in this report. So that was just a matter of corroborating alibis, their statements, and to help narrow the investigation. Those 4 individuals, like I said, they were either to help us clear them or to help steer the investigation. So any other questions about the Grand Forks investigation?
Did it clear those individuals?
To the best of my knowledge, it helped narrow the investigation, yes.
Chief, I hate to, sorry if I'm repeating myself, but have you been able, did you say you've been able to develop any kind of motive here?
We have some possible motives here, but I'm not willing to speak on those as of yet. Yes, sir.
How do you respond to the family's complaints that the police department is not moving quick enough?
Well, first of all, I understand where they're coming from. That's a pretty emotional thing for them to have their daughter missing. And so I don't want to minimize their feelings in any way at all. But I will tell you that, you know, pretty much this whole week I've had 35 detectives, 4 sergeants, 2 lieutenants, a deputy chief, patrol officers, canines, 3 aircraft, watercraft, working on this almost nonstop, you know, sometimes 24/7. I even asked assistance from state and federal agencies and received assistance from them. So I think we are giving this due diligence, but at the same time, I'm certainly willing to listen to any concerns family has, and I don't want to minimize their emotions on this.
Can I follow up on that?
Sure.
I knocked on the door of apartment 5 on Wednesday night and talked to the suspect,
Yeah.
female suspect. And there was no indication to me that there was any surveillance on that block at that time.
Well, that's the way surveillance is supposed to be. You're not supposed to see it. And actually, I would say by doing that, you jeopardize the case and possibly jeopardize the life of the child. And so that I'm not, I understand the competitive nature of the news business, but sometimes you need to ask yourselves, am I doing the right thing here? Am I pushing too far? And when we're talking about the life of a young lady and her baby, I think sometimes injecting yourself too far into a situation that may jeopardize their lives is a terrible mistake. I'm not going to say anything further on that, but you kind of know where I'm coming from there. Birch, did you want to make any comments?
I hadn't intended on offering any comments right now, but invited by the chief, I will share this. We have, and I only heard part of his comments this morning. There are 2 people who are in jail right now. We have been, in my office, in close communication with the police department on this matter. And we are reviewing all the information that is available right now and determining what may be appropriate as charges. At this point, we have not filed any charges. When we do think charges are appropriate for filing, we'll notify the media and let you know that. I know you all have an interest. This is a case of community interest. We'll make sure that you all have the same information at the same time when we have it to provide for you. So at this point, that's about all I can say, other than we're studying the information that's available at this point.
Rich, is there a time limit on how long you can hold the suspect before you charge them?
Yes and no is the answer to that, Jim. And the answer, and what that's based in, is if you arrest somebody without a warrant for an arrest, then you have to have a probable cause determination made by a judge within 48 hours under the United States Supreme Court law. And so that doesn't necessarily say you have to file charges by that time, so let me give you an example. If tonight somebody is arrested on something completely unrelated to this, right, but a warrantless arrest, a crime is observed by police, they arrest that person, we won't get them into court until sometime on Monday, and more than 48 hours will have passed. But what we do in those situations is we obtain, through the jail, information from the arresting agency about why they're arrested and brought to jail. That information is presented to a judge over the weekend, and the judge will make a probable cause determination. But no charges may have been filed at that point. The idea is to make sure that within 48 hours, a neutral magistrate has had an opportunity to determine that it's appropriate for that person to continue to be detained. So whether we follow that process on this case or whether we file charges today, I can't answer as I'm standing here right now. We want to use the latest and greatest information available from investigators. They're working hard at it. And when we have something to announce to you all, we'll announce it to you all. We'll send out a blast fax, something like that. I think that works for most of you, doesn't it? Okay. Thank you.
So let me just finish up with this. And I know I did a little chastising there, and that's not where I want to be, but you guys are our partners in getting this information out so that we can solve this and find Savanna for the sake of her family. I just need you to understand that sometimes because of the safety of people involved or victims, that there are things that I can't say or won't say until we have those situations secured. So just asking that you push this information to get the public to help us. And our number one goal here, and all our dedicated resources are going to find Savanna and bring her home hopefully safely. Well, thank you. Sure.
When able you get the search warrant yesterday?
That was investigations and interviews from people that brought forth information, but other than that, I won't say anything further. We don't know what the condition of her welfare is. I wish we did. Thank you very much.